get the biggest story in town at the moment, and that is on 26-year-old Sharon Otieno, who was abducted in Migori alongside Nation Journalist Barrack Oduor, and she was found dead this morning. At the time of her death, Sharon was 7 months pregnant, and the second-year student pursuing a degree in medical records and information in Rongo University went missing on Monday evening after being kidnapped by Michael Oyamo, it is alleged, the aide to Migori Governor Okoth Obado. Now, Nation journalist Barrack Oduor was also caught up in the ordeal but managed to escape death by a whisker after jumping out of the moving vehicle. By Tuesday evening, Oyamo was in police custody in Migori awaiting a transfer to Homa Bay for interrogation. And we are now joined live by NTV's Oko Kusa. He is in Oyugis, and we are told that the body of Sharon Otieno is at the Oyugis Level 4 Hospital. Oko Kusa, first of all, we are definitely very sorry to the family and sensitive as we even discuss and get the details to this story. But what can you tell us?
Yes, Mark, what is happening right now is that the body, as you mentioned there, was discovered sometime last night. Initially, the reports we got from the police is that the body was discovered within Kodera Forest, which is a few kilometers away from here. But according to the forest master whom we spoke with this morning, he says that the body was actually not found within the forest, but about 15 kilometers away from the forest. And thereafter, police brought it here at Rongo Level 4 Hospital, just behind me. So the body is it's actually right now in the mortuary there. So early this morning at around 1 a.m., her father, that is Douglas Otieno, actually presented himself here and confirmed that indeed that body belongs to his daughter Sharon Otieno. Remember, Sharon Otieno went missing, as you mentioned, there on Monday evening, and the whole of yesterday there was a search, but unfortunately it ended that way, that the body was found, in the forest. Those who have seen it and still can't confirm, remember, we are actually finding some little difficulty getting information from the police here, who have suddenly decided not to cooperate, unlike the previous days on Monday when they were giving us information. But right now they are actually, just giving tidbits of information. They're not very open. But so what we have gathered so far is that the body is bearing some knife wounds. It's suspected that she could have been knifed by her killers before the body was dumped in a thicket, which is around 15 kilometers away from Kodera Forest. So that is what we know now. From here, we want to move to the home and speak with the parents. We were made to understand that the mother is distraught, of course. As expected, as a parent, she was expecting to find her daughter alive, but that has happened as it has happened. This whole ordeal began on Monday when Sharon is said to have received a call from Migori Governor PA, that is personal assistance to the Migori Governor Okoth Obado, a man by the name Michael Oyamo, who, as we speak, is in police custody in Homa Bay. He was actually arrested yesterday in Uriri, which is in Migori County, but was later transferred to Homa Bay Police Station as police step up investigation into this matter. We still don't know what actually transpired or how this all matter is connected to the governor of Migori, but those are issues that police are investigating as we speak right now. So that is what happened, that Sharon got a call from Mr. Oyamo for a meeting. He had alleged or claimed to Sharon that he had some information from the governor which he wanted to pass. And Sharon went ahead to contact Barrack Oduor, who is the Nation journalist based in Homa Bay, to accompany her to this meeting. So when they were initially supposed to meet at a place not as Rodi Kopany, but Mr. Oyamo, I'm told, we are made to understand that later changed that venue to Rongo, which is about 30 kilometers away from Rodi Kopany. So they went and met there at a hotel called Grasa, and after a few minutes, Mr. Oyamo excused himself and told them later that he was not very comfortable with that venue, that they had to change the venue again. So after that, they were taken into a car which was parked outside, a black car, and after setting out for a few minutes, a few kilometers, then Mr. Oyamo sort of asked the driver to stop the car and came out, and two strangers joined the people who were in the car, that is Barrack, Sharon, and the driver, and another person who was sitting beside the driver. So from there, the vehicle moved towards Homa Bay. It passed Homa Bay, heading towards Kindu Bay, and somewhere in between there is where Barrack sensed danger and decided to make a break for it. So later, the vehicle, the kidnappers at that time went on to drive away with the Sharon. So the search has been on, and unfortunately, it ended the way it ended, Mark.
Okokusa, before you head on out, just a question. First of all, on Barrack Oduor's condition right now, we understand, as you've explained, that he managed to escape. Where is he right now, and what's his situation?
It was that night after he had made his breakthrough. He went to report this matter to a police station called Nyangweso, and then from there they referred him to Kindu Bay. So from Kindu Bay, our colleagues went and picked him up from there and took him to Kisumu, where he got treated at Aga Khan Hospital and discharged. So as we speak now, he's recovering at an undisclosed location, of course, in Kisumu. We may not want to disclose exactly where he is because, as we all understand, his life could still be in danger. If these people were actually out to murder him, then it means, we're not very sure whether they will still have those intentions. So we might not actually really disclose where he is right now, but what we know that he's out of hospital, but he's still recovering from his wound. He suffered quite a number of injuries on his knees and on his elbows when he made this particular jump. Remember, after he jumped out of the vehicle, he managed to run because the vehicle went and stopped, and those two suspected killers came out to give chase, but he managed to find safety in a certain home. From that point is where, the home owner drove him to the police station where he reported that matter. So as we speak, he's out of danger as far as his injuries are concerned, but of course we are not sure whether he's really out of danger as far as his life is concerned, man.
And just another question following up on that. Initially, people thought that the kidnapping was in connection to a story, perhaps, that Barrack Oduor was working on, because it seems like this is a form of intimidation. But as you have mentioned earlier, it was actually Sharon who was called.
Yes, exactly. What is emerging is that Barrack was on the trail of a story which was being given to him by Sharon. Apparently, there's a scandal that is, ongoing between Sharon and some people at the county assembly not county assembly, but the county government of Homa Bay, of Migori, sorry. So it's a story Barrack has been pursuing, and Sharon is at the center of it. Sharon has been at the center of it. So on this particular day, there was some information, some feedback that was supposed to come from the governor of Migori County, that is Okoth Obado, and it was going to come through the PA, that is Michael Oyamo, who is, as I mentioned there, is in custody on suspicion of being involved in the abduction. And of course, now we are speaking about a murder. So there's a story that, of course, Barrack was pursuing, and it was pursuing it through Sharon, who is now deceased. So unless we speak with Barrack in details, he's still a bit shaken after what happened to him, and now that there's revelation, new developments that actually Sharon is normal. So he's a bit shaken, and we will speak with him thereafter and actually understand exactly what was happening. But we all know that, as you've mentioned there in the intro, that Sharon was 7 months pregnant, and therefore all of this saga is surrounding that pregnancy, and as police continue with the investigation, we don't want to preempt, but we'll wait and see how it ends at the end of the day, man.
Any chance that you would know whether the Migori governor is also going to be, questioned by the authorities because his PA is now in custody and being investigated?
Well, in the morning when he woke up, there were speculations that police had actually taken him in for questioning, but those are unconfirmed reports that we got. We haven't been able to confirm whether this is true or not. Remember, as I've mentioned there before, police have remained tight-lipped on this matter. The county police commander in Migori is not divulging much as at now. He's saying that this matter is now beyond him, and therefore is referring us to the regional police commander who sits in Kisumu. So who has also said that they'll be giving us a brief before the end of the day, a comprehensive brief on what has transpired. So we are waiting for that brief from the police to be in a position to tell exactly what is happening and what has happened, Mark.
Okokusa, I'll let you go now.